Not me.
Hey guys, welcome to Topic Time. We are doing our ranking for our favorite X-Men titles. So they're all out now, at least the first wave of them. So we are going to do our 5 to 1. So we're going to start out with Chris, me, then Mike, and then Brant. That's the order we'll do it at. So what is our number 5?
It's actually there's 6.
There's 6? Yeah. Okay, so
yeah,
6.
Yeah.
So we're starting with me. My number 6 is I didn't get to read the one that came out this week, Future
Fallen Angels.
Fallen Angels.
So I'll say that's my number 6 just because I can't rank it yet.
So my number 6 was actually Excalibur. It's definitely a book I won't be getting issue 2 for. Just not really a fan of any of those characters.
My number 6 is New Mutants, due to the reason that
Ileana wasn't funny enough for you.
No, I liked Ileana. She's the only one I liked. All the other characters I did not enjoy, and the artwork took me out of it, and I just didn't care for them being in space.
Yeah. New Mutants is also my number 6 for similar reasons. I didn't really care for Ileana as much as you did in this issue. I like the stuff with Cypher and Mondo better than anything else.
So we are up to number 5 now, and my number 5 was the book that came out this week, and that was Fallen Angels. I did not like the characterization of X-23 in this issue, and once again, not a huge Psylocke fan. We got 2 books pertaining about different versions of Psylocke, but it's very much about her. But why I put this over Excalibur is I like the theme. I like the idea that they're misfits in a world of misfits. So I think that's pretty cool.
And my number 5 goes to New Mutants. It would have been my number 6 if I liked
Fallen Angels.
Fallen Angels. Why do I keep forgetting it? But anyway, it would have been
a weird title.
It is. For X-Men, it definitely is. But that's my number 5. It's the only X book I've dropped so far. Just couldn't get into it.
And my number 5 was actually Excalibur. I found this book a little bit boring for me. I didn't care about the Camelot, Morgan Le Fay, another story about a portal that you couldn't go through because it's tampered with. And just as you get Gambit and Rogue in a title, well, what happens to Rogue is she goes into a coma. So if I'm not going to read Rogue in the title, why should I really enjoy this series, right? So yeah, this one and New Mutants are pretty similar. I think I like the artwork better in Excalibur, and that's why it ranked a little bit higher in Excalibur.
My number 5 is also Fallen Angels, for kind of the same reason. I didn't like the way X-23 was handled here. The art is pretty, but not great for storytelling. And I don't know enough about these characters, but I'm still intrigued. So I'm still going to keep reading, at least for now.
All right. And now we are up to number 4. And mine is X-Force. I know people will not agree with that, but I did like the cliffhanger. But honestly, I did not really love the character interactions leading up to it. I am going to probably give issue 2 a shot to see where it goes, because obviously plot-wise it's going to be a big book, but I was not as invested into this series.
My number 4 definitely goes to Excalibur for all the reasons we've already discussed. And I don't know, I'm on the fence with this book. This is the only book that I'm on the fence with so far. I'm giving issue 2 a try before I decide whether I'm going to keep or drop it. I do like Betsy, though, so I'm trying to like this book.
All right, and my number 4 is Fallen Angels. I thought the artwork is good, but a little bit too dark. It has a good kind of mystery type of vibe to it. I want to know more about Quanon, but I don't know how long I might enjoy this story with this black market drug that's, on the table as well. So again, this falls very middle ground for me, and but hopefully I'll enjoy it going forward.
So my number 4 is a little controversial. I based these all just on the first issue.
Me too.
Because most of them, we hadn't seen a second issue yet. But my number 4 was X-Men. And had I considered issue 2, that would have been different, very different. But based on just issue 1, I was not a fan of this issue. I didn't like the setup. I wasn't pulled into the characters. I thought it was just a lot of sitting around talking. And it didn't interest me, and I was kind of disappointed by it.
All right, and we are now going to our top 3, and my number 3 was New Mutants, mostly because I did like the artwork a lot, and I like the humor, and I kind of like the direction they're going with the plot, them doing this space adventure, but it's also one that I don't know how long is going to be on my pull list, but I had a bit more enjoyment for this one.
My number 3 goes to Marauders. I did enjoy this one. I like Kitty Pryde not being able to go into Krakoa. I'm curious to see why. So I'm hoping we find that out as time moves forward. I don't like Rogue being in a coma, though. Oh, wait. No, that's Excalibur.
That's Excalibur.
That's Excalibur, sorry. But that's one of the reasons why I'm with Excalibur. But no, I like Marauders. I like the first issue. I'm interested in seeing where the book goes next.
My number 3 was also Marauders. I really enjoyed this book. I loved Kitty Pryde in this book. Same thing for the mystery aspect of why she can't go through these Krakoa portals. And I love the ragtag team that was established in this book. I thought that was really good. And seeing the power set of Kitty was really well done as well, just in case you haven't seen her in a while, or if you're a new reader and you've never seen her power set before. So they did a really great job on what she can do and how much of a badass she really is.
My number 3 is Excalibur. I guess I liked it better than everybody else here, but I love Betsy. She's one of my favorite X-Men, and I like Camelot and fantasy elements, wrapped into everything. I'm not crazy about Rogue being in a coma either, but the other elements were enough to bring me back at least for issue 2.
All right, and we are moving on to number 2, and mine was X-Men. I enjoyed the first issue. I do think it was a little forgettable, and if I was adding issue 2, I still think it would be the same placement, but I definitely enjoy it even more. And obviously, it's the main X-Men book, and I'm glad that people are just talking about the X-Men again.
Mine is X-Men as well. I've enjoyed the first 2 issues. First issue was a bit too talky. Second issue was better, but I'm still going to keep it at number 2.
Mine was also X-Men, and just taking into the first issue in consideration, because again, I love the family aspect of this first book. I love seeing the Summers household. I love seeing Scott interact with his father. I love seeing the kids interact with each other. And I liked it for what it was. It was kind of like the last real goody two-shoe book that we got before the action actually takes place, before the main story happens. So I had a good time with it. And so that was number 2.
All right. My number 2 was X-Force, number 1. I really liked this book. I liked the art was fantastic. The team, I love the characters in this. I love Domino and Jean Grey and Colossus and Beast and everything. So I thought this was a really solid start to I'm trying to remember exactly what happened in this book, though.
Professor X is dead. Yeah,
Professor X dies at the end. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. So I love that we just got him back, and we just got the launch of this Dawn of X and all these stories, and then the leader of the X-Men dies again. And it's like, what? So, I mean, obviously they have a way to bring people back, so it's not that dire, but it does at least intrigue me. And so, yeah, I like this team dynamic.
All right, well, we are up to the number 1 pick, our favorite X-Men book with these issue 1s. So mine is Marauders, obviously. I really like this team. I am a humongous Kitty Pryde fan, and I like that this is a book about Ember Frost and Kitty. I don't think we get to see that interaction enough, but it's pretty golden.
And my number 1 goes to X-Force because it's a strong book. I feel like it's connected really well with X-Men. And I'm a huge Wolverine fan. I mean, to see Wolverine back and in his elemental and his team, basically, yeah, I'm curious to see where the book goes. But it's my favorite from the books so far.
Yeah, my number 1 was also X-Force. I thought this was really well done. I love the characters in this book. I thought they were all in character, especially Logan, which was really well done. And what this does is it shows that the mutants were soft. They relied on Krakoa way too much. And what happens is they get assassinated. There was an assassination attempt on their leader, and their leader gets taken out. And now, as the reader, you're sitting there wondering, you know what? how are they going to resurrect mutants? Do they have a way? I'm sure they do, but do they have another Cerebro? We still don't know, even after reading some of these other books. Like, it hasn't been talked about yet. So that's what makes issue 2 possibly so intriguing, to see how are they going to handle this situation and deal with possible other future assassination attempts. And where is Domino? Like, what did they do with her? So that's another thing that you got to wonder with.
Yeah. And my number 1 obviously is Marauders. And for similar reasons to Kat, I love Kitty Pryde, and I love this dynamic with Kitty and Emma. And the fact that she can't get through the portals, and that there's that whole mystery element to it as well. And there was just some really funny moments in that first issue. So I'm really looking forward to that second issue.
Same, which comes out tomorrow. So we'll see how this all ranks as the series continues and if we get more X-Men titles. But we thought this would be a lot of fun for you guys and obviously for us. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you enjoy these type of videos, definitely go check us out at Comic Book Weekly every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where we talk about all things comics and talk about our top 5 books and news as well. And of course, go subscribe, hit that bell. We have all our social medias there as well, and that like button. So thank you guys, and please, in the comments below, let us know your favorite X-Men titles and how they rank. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.